Recovery Queen Melissa presents Tales from the Trap.
Well, hello. Hope you guys are all well. I'm doing excellent. I just got home. I went live on TikTok for like a full minute, and then there was nobody there. So I thought, I'll go record. I've got some questions. So here we are. Okay. So did you ever feel proud of being good at the game, even if it was killing you? So, yeah, I was proud about how much money I could make off unsuspecting humans. That was the sick part of my sickness, is how I thought the way I was able to manipulate men was a good thing. And I think that's why I see men in such a different light today, is because I know how stupid they can get over women and over sex and over the possibility of getting sex, even if it drains their bank account. That's why I have a hard time with men today. So I don't know. I definitely was proud of the fact that I could extort men by telling them really dumb shit that they could find out wasn't true very quickly. I was proud of being a bad person towards men because it was usually men that were my victim until it wasn't. It was a woman who charged me with human trafficking, or had me charged with human trafficking. But it was always men that I was able to manipulate, which is funny in the end that it ended up being a woman that put me in jail. Because there were a million different instances where men could have put me in jail for what I was doing. You can't extort people. You can't extort and blackmail and con, and you can't do that. That is illegal. And I did that for years and years and years and years and years. So, I'm going to try to find some questions about now and not so much about what did recovery look like after trafficking. I didn't know what I had experienced was trafficking until I myself was charged with trafficking and was forced to educate myself about what the fuck it was and what the Human Trafficking Act of Canada is and how I was able to be charged under it. And when I found out that I was guilty of it, I went, oh, well, I've been trafficked by multiple people. If that's the fucking case, some were malicious and some were not. Some were just friends helping me out. But according to the Human Trafficking Act, what they did was human trafficking. There's a huge scope and a very fine line, and a line that people cross every day without even realizing they're doing it, especially when they live the life that I lived, right? I just want to talk about this for a second. Not all people who were involved in that life, how do I say this? Just because I'm a survivor, it does not mean that I'm going to want to be associated with anybody else who lived what I lived. And I'm not a bad person because somebody reaches out to me asking to collaborate because they also see themselves as a survivor. And because I don't want nothing to do with that person, I am not the bad guy. Like, you don't owe anybody anything just because you survived that life. Let me just say that. I just had to say that. Okay. You don't owe anybody anything. You don't owe anybody access to your life, period on period on period, no matter who the fuck it is and who the fuck they say they are. I just need to say that with no context whatsoever. How did you rebuild your identity and dealt with the shame of it how I dealt with the shame of it, I'm fucking honest about it. I'm fucking honest about it. That's literally all I did to make myself feel not so shameful, as I was honest, because I would rather be the person telling my story than someone else. And that's what would have happened. If I would have kept quiet and silently went away into my recovery journey, people would never believe who I am today if I wasn't loud about it every single day. That's the only reason people even are in my life today, that like came back into my life, is because who they saw evolving every day on TikTok. Because bitch, we cannot not like each other, but I know you're still watching. And I know you love that what you see today. So Pookie, if you need to chat, reach out. Like, so many people from my past who I've burned bridges with feel like because we had falling outs because of my active addiction behaviors that they can't reach out. There's so many people who have and been like, yo, like whatever happened, I've been watching you and you're fucking rocking it. Do you not think that makes me feel like I'm a rock star, bro? That people who hated me because I fucked them over when I was sick coming back in my life and being like, yo, bud, we fucking love you today. Do you know how awesome that feels? So because I see y'all lurking. I see you lurk. I'm not going to say who, but I know I've seen all you guys lurking in my profile views. You can message me. You can. That's all I'll say. But yeah, I had to rebuild myself. I am who I was. I've always been like that trap house Mel, but there's a time and a place now. But I am still her. I'm still her, just a better version. I won't rob you anymore or beg you for money. Promise. And yeah, like just telling my story has completely changed the trajectory of my journey. I am proud of who I am today because I have 4 years worth of proof of how far I've come. Because when I pull up videos from 2021 or even 2022 or even 2023, and I'm like, ooh, bitch, what the fuck? Why are you talking like that? I cringe. But because I could never be that person. I'm constantly evolving. So when I look back, I'm like, oh, you've come so far in only 4 years. And I think that's valuable for everybody in recovery. I wish every single person in recovery that opens their eyes out of active addiction and decides to get better, that they come online and that they see that they can do this too. Because I didn't know this was a possibility. Do you think I knew that recovery was a possibility? I didn't even know what recovery was. I say it all the time. I didn't know. I thought you just got sober and you shut the fuck up and you didn't tell nobody nothing. And you can't talk about what you used to do. Can't talk about any of that. No. You just got to forget that it ever happened. I don't fucking play like that. So I know that there was no way I was going to come out of what I just survived and not talk about it. So instead of talking to the fuckholes that live in my city, I branched out and I was like, I'm going to make a fucking platform on the internet. And if the fools from my city that I grew up with want to come and watch, they can watch. But I wasn't about to just get sober and not talk about it. But the fact that I can even talk about it and have a platform now is unbelievable. And I didn't know that even existed before. I had no fucking clue at all. Yeah. Anyways, that saved my life talking about my shit. Okay. Let's talk about now and not the back shit. I'm done talking about the bad stuff. No, what nobody talks about. Okay. What does sex feel like now? Sober say, I don't have sex at all, ever. Ever. Nope. Do you ever try to live like a normal life and find yourself missing the chaos? Every day. Like my kids were gone this weekend and I'm like, I'm gonna fucking party. Bitch, I was in bed by 9:30 last night. The only reason I'm up tonight is because I slept till fucking 1 o'clock in the afternoon when my aunt walked in the door. So yeah. I miss it every fucking day, but I'm tired, bitch. I'm so fucking tired. I can't go back to that shit. My friend just got shot and murdered, and I was like, oh my God, bro, what the fuck? I'm so happy I got out. I'm so happy I got out. Because the shit going on in my city is just out of pocket, bruh. Like, what? What do you do when the shame shows up out of nowhere? Come talk about it. I come talk about it. Definitely, I come talk about it because it helps. And my revelations help other people. People resonate so much with my story and my experience, and they love the way I talk about it now because some people just can't articulate the shit that they want to say or that they're feeling. And I come out here and I'm like, blah, 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 blah. And they're like, yeah, me too. Right. So every time I have some kind of like shame, like I've been having a hard time lately. I have been a hard time, and I don't want to talk about it because I don't want to be like out here name dropping and shit. But I have been having a hard time, and it's hard that I can't come on here and really say much about it. All I can really do is make TikToks with not much context and maybe talk about it in the comments. But I don't want to be out here crying about the same shit that I've been crying about for the last 7 years. It's tired. Was I even talking about the question? When the shame shows up. Yeah. So what I've been experiencing lately is a lot of shame. A lot of fucking shame. Somebody is making me feel like I'm this big, and it hurts my heart to its core. There's nothing I can do about it, and I have no choice but to be around this person. No choice whatsoever. So it's been difficult. I have to live with it because that's the choices I made in my past, and I can't go back and change anything that I did. So now I have to spend 2 hours once a week, 2 hours twice, 1 hour twice a week with somebody who makes me feel this big. It is what it is. It is what it is. But what I do to make myself feel better when I'm feeling like shit and shameful because of the shit that the choices I made in the past are putting me in the predicament that I am in today. I'm trying not to tell y'all as much as I can. Okay. I'm trying not to. Anyways, I come out here and talk about it. I've been putting all of my time and energy into making content because it makes me feel better. It makes me feel better. It does. So that's what I do when I have a thing going. When I have an issue, I come on here and talk to y'all. Period. Can you feel love without thinking somebody wants something? No, I can't feel love. Let's not talk about love. Like, I don't believe in it. I don't think it exists. I think everybody that thinks they're in love aren't. And I don't know. I am a bad, bitter person. And I'm sorry, I don't believe that love exists, true love. Maybe Jamie and Noah. That's it. That's it. That's it. Their relationship is the only example of one that I know is genuine. I'm just real. That's just how I feel. And I don't think I'll ever find love. And I don't think I'll ever end up with anybody. And I think I'll die alone. And that's cool. And I've come to terms with it. Do you still dream about being in the trap? Yeah. Yeah. But it's always weird. It's always like I'm in the trap with my dad or something fucking bizarre like that. It's always bizarre. Yeah, I'm having a cooler. I don't know if I can drink on YouTube. Anyways, yeah, it's weird because like sometimes I'm in the trap with my dad or like my mom or like my fucking 10-year-old, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And I'm like trying to like be trap house Mel, but like on the low in the trap. It's always the same dream. Always, 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 always. It's like it's just subliminal fucking subconscious shit. It's just the fact that I have somebody that I would never be like that around with me in the trap is just because of my life today, and I'm in recovery, and it's just my subconscious. And their trap house Mel and Melissa are like, they're always fighting and trying to figure out who's going to have the power and multiple personalities. How do you talk to your kids about your past, or do you? Okay, well, my oldest knows far too much because of what I did to her. You know, I used around her. I was a bad mom to yep, let's just say it. So my oldest knows it all. Aria knows I was an addict. They all know I was an addict. I had a cake that said "Good job for not smoking crack" at my recovery party that they were all at. So they know. They don't know the details, except, you know, my oldest. They know I was an addict. They know that I fought like hell to come home. They know that's why I didn't have custody of them. And they know that mom helps addicts today, and that I'm on TikTok and the internet trying to help people. So, do you feel safe letting your daughter grow up in this world knowing what you... Fuck no, bro, but I can't help it now. I can't like unalive them. Like, you know, I had my children when I wasn't in a very good state of mind, and I love my kids, but I really don't like the world that they're growing up in. I don't really like the city that they're growing up in. But they all have really, really good parents. Like Emily has an amazing other mom. Like her aunt is she shelters the kids pretty good. I'm not the sheltering kind of mom. How can I when I was an addict, right? So Aria, I'm just going to teach my kids I'm just going to prepare them, because I know the realities that a lot of other parents don't know. And the only thing I can do is arm them with education. That's all you can do for your kids, is arm them with education. Are there moments when you feel unworthy of being their mom? No, not anymore. Nope. I'm a good fucking mom. I'm surprised I got the second chance, but I'm a good mom today. Nobody can tell me I'm not, because I am. Every choice I make is with them in mind. Do your kids ever say things that remind you of who you used to be? Cadence all the time. How do you handle questions from other parents who know your record? Nobody's ever judged me. Nobody's ever judged me. Nope. Because I'm so outwardly on the internet. People would know if I was fucked up because I'm spend 90% of my life on the internet recording me. Like, so I'm obviously sober, because I wouldn't be out here making fucking YouTube content if I was injecting cocaine or smoking crack or using any of my drugs of choices. It just wouldn't. I would be so fucking far away from any kind of technology, or I wouldn't be around my children. They're the first to go. If I relapse, the first thing you'll notice is me trying to get rid of my children all the time. So if I'm asking people to babysit my babies, you best be looking into why. Because because I hated being around my children when I was under the influence. I fucking hate it. Even now, I have booze at my house 24/7. Do you think I ever consume alcohol around my children? Fuck no. And I don't have a problem with alcohol. I never, ever drink. I never drank before. My parents are heavy drinkers. It was never my thing. I'm currently drinking a mud shake. That's 4%, 5%. Okay. And I'll have 3 of those and go to fucking bed. But I still won't consume alcohol around my children. So that's the first sign you're going to witness if I ever end up continuously asking for sitters. Like, I mean, if you're in my day-to-day life, that's the warning sign you need to look for. How do you not lose it when someone calls you a human trafficker now? Nobody calls me a human trafficker. Not to my face, bitch. Not to my motherfucking face, bitch. Never. They may say it all day long behind my back. And Pookie, who's making fake accounts to watch me on TikTok? Who? You? Yeah, exactly. You're looking to fucking hate? That says far more about you than me. Just saying. So yeah, I don't have a lot of if you want to hate and call me a human trafficker when I was fucking injecting needles into my arm and robbing fucking grandmothers for crack, have at her, bruh. Guilty. And how many times you been to rehab, motherfucker? Exactly. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. What does forgiveness really look like when the whole internet has your charges? Well, like, I don't give a fuck if I'm forgiven, homie. Because the people who I do give a fuck about forgive me. Like Jamie, my parents, my children, my aunties, you know, the people I hurt and I wronged. Like there are a couple, that I owe a huge apology to. Some will not accept my apology. Some doesn't want nothing to fucking do with me and pretends that I don't even fucking exist on this earth. There's a couple like that, and I would never try to jeopardize their peace because I know how they feel about me and they have every right to feel that way. I was a monster. It doesn't mean that I'm gonna cry at them, that they don't forgive me though. 'Cause we all are a villain in someone's fucking story. Apparently I'm theirs. That's cool. Bitch, I'm a villain in a lot of stories. Period. I don't I don't need nobody's forgiveness. As long as I got my baby's forgiveness and the woman who's raising the child that I birthed's forgiveness for what I did to her, that's all I give a fuck about. Period on period. How do you cope with people who still believe you are the villain? That's so funny. I swear I didn't see that word. I don't give a fuck. Like I give a fuck what you think about me, bruh. Tell me your worst day. Tell me what you were like in your worst fucking time in your life. Tell me what you used to do. If it was worse than mine, cool. We're on the same fucking level. If it weren't, then you have no fucking clue what I went through. Why the fuck do I give a shit if you judge me, bruh? If I hurt you and you won't let me make amends, that's cool too. Doesn't mean I give a fuck what you think though, bruh. At all. Don't give a fuck what anybody thinks of me. I know who the fuck I am, bitch. And I said that. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. Because I think, did that bitch really think that? Back in 2016, 2017, when I was going through it, just lost all my children, just had another baby apprehended, and I was on the streets with my baby dad doing crazy ass fucking shit. This bitch. That bitch. I was her. And I was talking to Jamie. And I said, I fucking know who I am in the messages. And I'm thinking, do you though? Do you, Pookie? Do you know who you are? Because right now you're looking like a fucking degenerate mother and a fucking junkie bitch. Whore. That's what you're looking like. Is that who you think you are? I know who I am. Do you though? Do you? Like, the fuck? Are you okay? Makes me sick to my stomach, bro. To think that bitch knew anything about who the fuck she was. Because when I got out of jail in 2021, I didn't know who the fuck I was. I know it wasn't cool being a fucking junkie hooker. That's for damn sure. I knew I was done with that. I knew that's not who I wanted to be, but I still didn't know who the fuck I was. It took me years to figure that out. Today, I definitely do. Today, I hold myself to a standard a lot of people don't hold themselves to. That's all. Can you take accountability for the horrific shit you did in your past? Not a lot of people can. There's a lot of buts when people take accountability. Oh yeah, I was an alcoholic, but oh yeah, I was a shitty mom, but oh yeah, but that's just how I was raised. But there's no buts in my accountability. I don't go to Jamie, oh yeah, I'm sorry I dragged you all over the internet. There's no but. She knows I was sick. So why the fuck do I have to say that to her? Just fucking take the accountability. Just fucking say, yes, I was a fucking idiot. Yes, I was a fucking drunk, drug addict loser. No buts, homie. Because that but that you say after you taking accountability disregards everything you said before it. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say here. Nobody can take accountability for their mistakes and then finish after you've admitted everything you ever did wrong and be like, but there's no buts, bitch. No buts. Shut the fuck up. That's all I'll say. Next. Shut up. Do you ever feel like redemption will ever be enough? Yeah, man, I'm good. I'm good. No, it's not like nobody gives a fuck about the shit that I did 4 years ago. Nobody gives a fuck. I've made up for it. Maybe not to a full extent. Like, I owe my parents a huge in debt. Like, I owe my family so much. I will never be able to repay them back. But they don't give a fuck about the shit I did in the past. Do you think my dad's dwelling on the jewelry I stole from him? No. He's happy I'm alive, bro. Anybody that I fucking did wrong in this city, so much has happened in our community since then. Nobody gives a fuckity fuck if I robbed you on Mark's Facebook Marketplace back in 2014. No. And so I made this TikTok on the way home and I didn't post it because I don't want people to know who I'm talking about, but I'm going to try to say this without giving any identifying factors. I see somebody that I know them, they know me. We've never fucked with each other, but we fuck with all the same people. So friend of a friend. I hear the choices that they're making really poor choices, ripping people off. We'll leave it at that. Just ripping people off. Behavior that I had when I was in active addiction. And you know how I always say the recovery that I see in my city is not the recovery that I have? Like, anybody who can make choices that this person is making, in my mind, cannot be in recovery. You can be sober, but you're a dry fucking addict. That's it. Because if you're making those choices and ripping people off when you're in recovery, that's not recovery. You need to do more work. So when I hear in one ear from people that this person's is making ridiculous choices and ripping people off, and then in another, because I have them on social media, I'm seeing them boast about their recovery, and I'm just like, you are exactly the example of what I'm talking about. We are not the same. That is not recovery. If you can still, in your heart of hearts, live with yourself by ripping someone off for over $200, how can you say you're in recovery? From what? Drugs? Perfect. You're sober. You're not in recovery, bitch. Because being in recovery, you don't have active addiction behaviors anymore. There is no way Melissa of 2025, 2024, 2023, 2022, or 2021 would be out there ripping people off. Fuck no. I did that for 20 years, my guy. No. I'm in recovery from all that shit. There'd be no bitch, I can't even lie. Somebody asked me if I use ChatGPT to help me with my scripts, and I said, yeah. Fuck yeah. I tell ChatGPT a fucking 20-minute story, and it makes a spoken word for me. Obviously. And my girlfriend said, why did you admit that? Because I can't lie. Because I'm in recovery. That's it. I think I lied about one thing and it ate at me for ever. I fucking hate having a lie. My mom asked me about money and I lied about the number because I got a little bit of money and she was like, how much did you get? And I was like, and it wasn't that. It was a little bit more, but fuck you. You don't need to know my business. That's what I thought. But then it ate at me. I was like, fuck, why did I lie? Because I hate the feeling. It's so reminiscent of active addiction. So no, I could never rip somebody off. I could never order something and not pay for it. What the fuck? That's some dirty ass shit. So yeah. Anyways, I digress. I can't with people in this fucking city. When do you feel safest, or do you trust that safety? I feel safe everywhere. Fuck, come at me, bruh. What are you gonna do? You gonna shoot me? Then that's my fate. I'm not scared. What? You want to fight? I'll fight. I'll defend myself, bitch. I'm not scared of nothing. I'm safe. I don't lock my doors. I live in the worst hood in my town. I live in the worst area where all the shootings and all the stabbings and all the fucking everythings are. Do you think my door's locked? Fuck no. I got 3 little girls. My door's never locked. I'm not scared of shit. Probably irresponsible. Probably not very smart. I don't lock my door because I'm not scared of shit. I'm always safe. In my home? You're going to come in my home, motherfucker. Try it. That's funny. You're going to come in my home where my children are? Okay, bud. Sure you are. And she'll be answering the fucking door. Anyways, I need to smoke. Love y'all. See you on the next one. Hello, we're back. Okay, so we have some more questions here. What song, smell, or season brings you right back to that life? Oh, it's gonna be a stupid fucking answer. So there's one song I can never listen to. I've talked about it before many, many times. There's 2 songs. One I can listen to. The other one I can't. I have forced myself to, but it evokes such a feeling that I can't handle it. It's too much. So when I lost my daughters, this song came out. It's called Unsteady. It's by the Ambassadors or some shit. It's a beautiful song, but if you watch the video, it's about parents that are addicts or alcoholics or something. And it came out when we were all fucked up and we were losing our kids. And I remember being on a fucking dirty mattress in my friend's basement, curled up in the fetal position with my baby dad, listening to that song over and over and over again, just crying about losing my kids, but not having the power to stop what we were doing. And every time I listen to it, it brings me right back to that dirty fucking mattress. And Let Me Love You by Justin Bieber. I don't know why it was out when it was, I would write him letters in jail and I would write the lyrics to that song. Yeah. So when that shit comes on the radio, I go from 2025 back to 2017 real quick. Also, the smell of the fall, when it's the end of summer into the fall, that brings me back big time. The smell of the hood in the summertime, it reminds me of hookers and cocaine. Do a call, get a gram. Do a call, get a gram. That was my life. And that's what it reminds me of. Running around looking for ways to make money to buy cocaine so I can shoot it up my arm. What do you do when a part of you still wants to self-destruct? I don't. Melissa does not want to self-destruct. Melissa is perfectly content in the life that she has, and she will never do anything to jeopardize it. That's why I have a hard time getting in relationships, because I don't like who I am when I'm with men. And why would I jeopardize the life that I have today? Why would I do that? So it's hard for me because I know that the wrong choice or the wrong move could potentially lead to me not being as successful as I've been. Let's just leave it at that. What do you do, or what's the hardest part of telling your story over and over and over again? Well, it gets tired. It gets tired. I'm like at a point now where I don't know what to do with this podcast because we've done it all. I've posted over 100 videos. I don't know where to go with it because I've answered pretty well all the questions. And I don't know where to go with it besides continuing just to compile all my content here. Like I don't know what to do with it. Like, at least with Full Circle, it's not just about me. It's not just about addiction. It's not just about my history. Like, I've got true crime going on there, and we got a whole bunch of shit in store. But this, I don't know what else to fucking do with it. So I don't know. We'll see, I guess. It might not last that long. I might just use it to compile my content, like my TikTok stuff. I don't know. But yeah, that's the hard part is like once you've told all the stories, and there's so much that happened, but a lot of it I don't fucking remember. I should bring a notepad around with me so when I remember things, I could just write it down and then be like, hey, remember to tell this story on the podcast. But yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with this because at this point, I've answered all the questions and I've told all the stories, and that's the cool thing about TikTok. You can make TikToks that have nothing to do with you. Like, you get what I mean? I don't know. I don't know what to do with this shit at this point. I'm just out here answering fucking questions. I'll probably get over it eventually. What does it mean to you to reclaim the narrative, and why do you feel like you keep having to do it? I don't feel like I keep having to do it. I don't give a fuckity fuck what anybody thinks, and I was able to reclaim the narrative. Nobody's came out to tell their side, or so I don't know. I guess my narrative's the one that people know because it's the fucking truth. Crazy, because I was the lie queen and now all I do is spit fucking truth, bitch. That's fucking that's rich, because I was definitely not known for being honest. Oh Lord. Okay. Why does getting better feel so fucking lonely? Because it is. Because you can't take everyone with you. There's some people that I can only talk to online, or only in sporadic, people I love, people I would love to spend time with. I just can't, because I don't like who I become when I'm around them. So yeah, it becomes very lonely. You have to find people that are good for you, and that can be hard because humans aren't always good for each other, And I feel so strongly about where I want my life to go. I can't allow anybody to jeopardize that trajectory. I can't allow anyone to change the path that I'm on. So I have to be pretty selective about who I have in my life. Period. I have to have very strong boundaries. I have to understand that the people that are good in my life that I need to show up for because they're good in my life. And I was not known for showing up before. I have to show up today. Have to. Even if I don't want to. I always do. I have to. I've also been through a lot. So there are times where I don't feel an obligation. And if you know what I went through and you get angry because I can't do something for you or with you, or we cannot we cannot coexist. Like, I can't have you in my life because, bitch, I've been through too much. Too much. So I will not put myself in situations where I don't like who I'm hanging out with. I will not put myself in situations where I'm hanging out with anybody newly sober or like, no, no, no. And if you get mad at me for saying no, we are not the same and I cannot coexist with you. Period. Like, I don't have anybody in my life that I have to set boundaries for anymore. If it's no, it's no. And if you don't like that, Pookie, I won't ever give you a second chance. I can't, bro. I can't. So yeah, the people that are in my life today it's because they mean so much to me and they've always shown up for me. And they understand when I can't necessarily be there for them all the time because I've been there. I've been through too much. But I try to show up as much as I can, definitely. But it's lonely. Yeah, it's definitely lonely. Sometimes I don't even answer these questions. Am I answering them right? Shut up. What do you do when the only people who understand you are still using? Ugh. So you need to find people that are in recovery. You need to find people that are in recovery, like actual recovery. Not still fucking with drug dealers recovery, not fucking selling dope still recovery, not driving around fucking kicking in doors recovery, actual recovery. Whatever your recovery looks like, you got to match that with people. You can't keep people in your life that are still using if you want to stay better, no matter how you love them, how much you love them. Bro, I've had to give up people that I loved with every ounce of my being, bro, and then found out they died. That happened to me more than once. You cannot allow anyone to jeopardize your hard work. You can't, not unless you want to be, if you want to be successful. If you want to be successful, you have to stand firm in your, you can't, I've had to learn the hard way so many times. So many times. Because I allowed people in my life who were not good for me in my early recovery, and it did me no good. I would rather be lonely than with anybody who would jeopardize my hard work. So if you're not understood by the people in your life, it does not mean that you have to hang out with people that you just be lonely, girl. Just be lonely. Loneliness is not going to kill you. You get used to it. And then you don't feel lonely anymore once you get used to it. Once you can handle your own fucking company, there's nothing more freeing than that. I used to be the type of person that could never be alone. I got shock treatment because I couldn't be alone. Because the loneliness literally ate me from the inside out. I wanted to string the fuck up every time I was alone without drugs. I felt like the walls were closing in on me. I had to get shock treatment because I was losing my mind. Couldn't be alone. After my baby dad left me, bruh, I was hanging out with the dumbest fucks, men that were fucking robbing me and beating my ass. Bro, I'd rather be lonely. Thank you very much. Do you ever miss the community of the streets more than the new one? Nope. No, I don't miss the streets one bit. I miss the men. I miss the men and the sex. That's it. How do you deal with recovery when no one claps for you anymore? Bitch, I clap for myself. And there's so many people that clap for me still, and I'm 4 years in. You have to be with people that clap for you. If they don't clap for you, why are they in your life? All my people celebrate my recovery. All of them. You just have to make hard choices. If the people in your life don't fill your cup and celebrate your milestones, why are you fucking with them? Like, for real though. Have you ever felt like healing made you invisible? No. No. Addiction made me invisible to good people. People that were bad only saw me. People that were sick only saw me. People that were just as fucked up as me saw me. But today, good people see me. I'm surrounded by the best of humanity, bro, today. I have amazing people in my corner, the best of the best. Definitely, my recovery did not make me invisible. It made me seen by the ones who mattered, the ones who were waiting to see me, the ones who were waiting to open the door for me when I was ready to come home. My sickness made me fucking invisible. I was a shell of a human being. I was fucking invisible. I literally was. I was a shell of who I once was. I don't even know if I once was anything though, because I've always been an addict. I've always been sick, mentally, emotionally, spiritually inept. So, no, my recovery has made me definitely seen. I'm getting hungry. It's only 1 a.m. Maybe I missed some skip the dishes. Oh, damn. Okay, let's go another 15 minutes. What do you do when you get flashbacks? The only thing that works for me is literally physically shaking my body as hard as I can do it to bring myself out of it. That's the only thing that seems to work for me. It doesn't happen as often anymore where I get stuck. Most of the time, it's my babies envisioning things that happen around my children and hearing them and their cries. And, I physically, and I've heard that from other people that have PTSD, that they have to physically shake their body. I'm on medication that sedates me so much, so I don't dream very often. And my PTSD symptoms usually only happened at night when I was trying to fall asleep. That's when the quiet would bring intrusive thoughts and PTSD flashes where I was up all night having to shake my fucking body out of it because I would go into one after the other. And then I'd be a basket case, not sleeping, not being able to function, not taking care of my fucking self, being able to get my kid to school. Like I can't get there. So I've had to go on medication that really suppresses that at nighttime. And it's worked. It's manageable now. What's the hardest part about being clean that nobody warned you about? That you will get used to losing people you love. My friend was murdered. I didn't even know for a week and a half. My other buddy is fighting for his life in the hospital. Didn't even know. Like I heard about the murder. I heard about the shooting. Didn't know it was them. So when I heard, I couldn't cry. I didn't cry. I wrote something on Facebook and you live with it. We've been to more funerals than weddings. Every year it's like I lose a dozen people that I grew up with or lived in life with. And it's like, you think back and it's like, yo, I spent every fucking day with that person. Like, but were we even really friends? Like, was that friendship or survival? And it's like, I don't know. And then I'm like, why did I get out and they didn't get out? And like, what about his daughter? And oh my God. And I get into this, like, so losing people like that is fucking draining, bruh. Having the same conversations with the people that are still here is crazy. It's like I've had the same conversation. It's just that obituary changes. And I'm like, when is it going to end? When is this going to stop? What is fucking happening? Our whole generation of us are gone, bro. All of our kids being raised by family and friends and grandparents. Like, what? What? Because of what? Drugs? What the fuck, bro? Never thought this would be my life. Ever. You think I thought for a fucking second in high school that at 40 years old, I would be sitting on the internet with a mic in my hand talking about the horrendous 20 years I just had in active addiction? Do you think when when I was a teenager, I thought I would grow up to be a girl who had to sell her body to survive? So all of that shit's difficult, bro. All of that shit when you like, cause when you're in it, it's just life. When you're in it, it's just life. You don't reflect on it. You don't think, what the fuck? This isn't normal. Where am I? Like, what? None of that even comes close to crossing your mind. That's just the life that you live. And that's just how it is, day in and day out and day in and day out. And the people and the faces change, but it's all the same shit. It's all the same shit. But when you get out of it and you're like 4 years in recovery and you're living a normal, fucking healthy, beautiful, thriving, boring life, and I don't have lots. I got a fucking subsidized townhouse, a car in the driveway, and 3 beautiful little girls. I don't have a good job. I don't have a husband. I don't have very much, but I have my life when I didn't think I would only 4 years ago. So I have everything right now. So when you get out of it and you look back and you're like, did I just spend the last fucking 2 decades chasing dope? That's what my first 20 years of my existence on this earth was? What the fuck happened? Why didn't nobody do anything? Why didn't I do it? And you have so much fucking regret. And if you don't get help for it, it'll eat you alive, bro. Like, it'll eat you the fuck alive. And you're watching all your friends die around you. It's a trip. It's a fucking trip. It really fucking is. Okay, we got 10 more minutes. Yeah, so it's an absolute trip. Sorry, it's an absolute trip to lose so many people. And when you're in it, you have no self-awareness. Like, what I'm doing, is it going to kill me? Like, when I was in it, I didn't give a fuck. Didn't give a fuck. But now that I'm out, I look back and I'm like, why were you putting yourself in situations like that, bro? Like, what the fuck? Anyways, let's move on to the next question. Okay, trigger warning. This is called recovery is a knife fight. Recovery is a knife fight, you know. Some days I'm the blade, some days I'm the wound, and some days I'm both. So don't talk to me about healing like it's some soft sob story. Like I just woke up one day and it was all vision boards and yoga mats. Because you know what, bitch? I woke up dope sick, suicidal, staring at my reflection like, how the fuck are you still alive? Don't talk to me about what recovery really is when you don't know. It's sitting across from your kid and wondering if they remember the way you used to disappear. It's standing in the mirror and trying to love a body that was once sold, stained, and sentenced. It's scrolling through old mugshots and seeing the monster that life made you become and the child that you were underneath it all. They want to hear about redemption, of course, about the glow up, but they don't want to hear about the middle. The part where you sweat through sheets at night because your body still remembers the trap like it was a second skin. They don't want to hear about the funerals, about the overdose calls, about the girls that never made it out, about the ones that are still missing and the ones that are never seen again. They don't want to hear about the survivor's guilt, the way it clings to your throat like a noose that you've learned to wear like a fucking necklace. I've mourned versions of myself that I had to kill to survive. I buried her. The one who stood on corners in freezing rain, the one who let men touch her because she was starving for dope, for validation, for love, and the world called her a fucking whore. When all she ever wanted was to be held like a fucking human being. So you think recovery is pretty? Bitch, it's not. It's messy. It's loud on the inside and silent on the outside. It's cleaning vomit off your floor at 3 a.m., whispering to yourself, don't fucking go back. Don't fucking go back. Don't fucking go back. Recovery is not a reward, bitch. It's a fucking fight. It's losing friends who still live in the life. It's visiting graves that could have been yours. It's realizing you could use in the next 20 minutes and ruin everything. And a part of you kind of wants to. But bitch, I stay. I stay because my daughters giggle in the back seat. And for the way they say, Mom, I'm proud of you. For the mornings where my hands don't shake and I don't lie. For the fact that I can hold my head up anywhere I am, in courtrooms, in classrooms, and I don't flinch when people say my name. Recovery is a knife fight, bitch, and I came to win. Bloodied, broken, but bitch, I'm still swinging. Okay. And every day I don't pick up, every day I don't go back, and every day I choose this brutal fucking path because recovery makes it so I win every day. Not for claps, not for followers, not for forgiveness. I win because I shouldn't be alive. I win because I'm here and I'm free.